Reduce client churn rate in SEO. I'm going to show you exactly what I do to ensure that I have clients sticking around with me for even as long as 4 years. Let's jump into it. Guys, I'm Ronald Osborne from Osborne Digital Marketing, and today I'm going to show you the exact steps on what you need to do to avoid client turnover with your SEO campaigns so you and your clients can make more money together. So we're going to start this off by saying you've got to set the expectations on the onboarding call at the beginning of the campaign. This is very, very important. Now, I just made another video for how to sell SEO. Go and watch that because I outline how you've got to lay out what you need to do when you're setting up this structure, okay? What kind of questions you should be asking. All of that's in there, so you'll be able to nail the onboarding call. But when it comes to setting up expectations, one question that I just love as an example is, hey mate, we're sitting there, let's just say a year's time. I've sit across the table from you and you're sitting there going, Ronnie, you did it, mate. Legend. I'm so happy we've achieved the goal. We've done it with SEO. What is that? What does that look like to you? When you ask clients these types of questions, they're going to start telling you what they hope to achieve with SEO. Don't throw out things where you'll sit there and be like, okay, so in 1 year's time, I'm going to rank you for 30,000 keywords or 3,000 keywords. You're going to get 30,000 traffic. Don't sit there and say that, because the way I look at that is a bad thing to be doing. You've got to set the expectations up front that align with the business objective. So if that company is looking to grow, you need to make sure that your SEO strategy is aligned with the growth strategy that is there for that business. If you go off and just go, let's rank for some keywords, bro, that's a problem. It's not aligned with the business objectives, and that's where you're shooting yourself in the foot. You don't want to be doing that. I can't stress that enough, guys. The objectives and everything needs to be aligned. So go and watch that How to Sell SEO video. That covers absolutely everything you need to ask at the start of the conversation. Now, in this example, I'm looking at that a client, two examples. I'm showing you the foundational stuff that you need to do to begin with, but then I'll talk about the stuff at the end where how you can engage them and try then get them to re-sign up with you. But right now, we're setting the foundations. If you don't do this, this is why you're watching the video, because you've got a high churn rate. So make sure that you get some positive momentum quickly. So that can be some quick wins for the client. That will stop them doubting themselves and doubting you, because that'll be placed on the relationship early stages. No one wants to be in a relationship where there's doubt. It's not a good thing to have. So you want to make sure that you're trying to get them wins. Now, their target keyword might be Plumber Miami. But if you know that emergency Plumber Miami is a bit easier to go after, and you know that you could probably rank that come month 3, do that. That's what I do. Even though I might be sacrificing, that the Plumber Miami now might take me a little bit longer to get to, at the end of the day, I guarantee you once you start getting leads in the door and quickly with SEO, clients sit there and go, all right, man, we're covering the campaign. Okay, we're not making buku dollars, as you can see on my spreadsheet here on the forecasting spreadsheet. That might not be happening yet, but it'll happen later on. You've showed the client that you know what you're talking about and you can do what you need to do, and they're covering their bills. Halas, that's what you need to think about. Now, the funny thing is every single client that I get that's come from another SEO agency, always I hear this, Ron, I had no idea what they were doing. I never heard from them. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy or girl. Don't sit there and do that. You should be having monthly meetings with the client. If you don't have monthly meetings, if it's not in the budget, because again, that can be expensive. You might charge someone $1,500 a month and you'll do email reporting. Or if you want to have a sit down, you'll charge a little bit extra. But factor that into your price. You need to make sure that the client's aware of this, again, in the expectation stage, and you've set what's happening. But you should always be engaging with them. Every client that I work with, I'm normally working with them every single month. I'm catching up, being like, hey, what's going on? Even if nothing's really, there's been a slight increase, slight decrease, even though it's kind of not worth that hour chat, I still do it. That's factored into the price. It's to help build that relationship. It's helped to see if anything's changed in the business direction. Catching up every month is very, very important for your clients. Another thing that I love doing, and why I love Haro, why I love doing all of the digital PR stuff that we're doing right now at Osborne Digital Marketing, which you can check out down below, is the fact that we get to send that stuff over to the client just randomly. Hey, mate, here's your link to USA Today. Hey, mate, here's your link that I got you into entrepreneur.com. They're just sitting there. It's a Tuesday for them. All of a sudden, here's an email from Ronnie Osborne saying, oh, mate, here's your link from entrepreneur.com, from Forbes.com, from the Wall Street Journal.com. All of that. But oh my, Ron, that's amazing. Wow, thank you so much. You've just made my day. Guys, these types of things are small things that you can do. Don't, with really good news like that, I try to always get on the front foot. If I see that my team has landed something along the lines of a beautiful Haro link, I can guarantee you the team know if anyone is on this list, you email that client immediately saying we got this link. That's the type of stuff you want to do. Constant engagement, because you're showing them all throughout the month. They're not just sitting there, we catch up with Ronnie at the end of the month, catch up with Ronnie then. No. You're showing them throughout. You're constantly around. Make sure you're honest about the negative months, guys. I can't stress this enough. I actually watched, I'm not going to say the company, but I watched a recording of an SEO trying to chat with a client about a negative month. I watched that and it was like dragging yourself over hot coals. Just straight up say, hey, it's been a bad month. This is how it works in SEO. We can't win them all, but we're going to try. And this is our strategy to like rebound from this. So as an example, let's say you've dropped a keyword's dropped. Don't sit there and go, how do I lie to the client? How do I turn off that? So don't do that. Just like, listen, this is SEO. This does happen. Google changes, but this is what we're doing to address it. So we can see that we're in position number 3. We drop down to position number 7. So we're going to reassess that keyword, see where we're deficient, because Google's told us it doesn't like it anymore. So we've got to reassess. Maybe we'll look at it with the on-page. We'll have a look at the off-page signals. We're going to look at all of that because new competitors have popped in. These are all you need to do. That's all you need to say to the client to show you're on top of it. It's when you're like, yeah, it's been a bad, terrible month. Yeah, so this is SEO and it's because you guys, that was the core theme of the video, you guys. Now, don't get me wrong. There's been clients in the past that have literally gone onto websites and changed things around and then go, why is our SEO down? Mate, it's because you took our main keyword out of the SEO title and the H1. What are you talking about? Of course, Google's going to say, well, you're no longer about that. So yes, if that is the case, definitely use that. But if the client doesn't touch their website, you can't blame the client. You can't do that. You have to take responsibility and go, listen, Google's changed up what was working. We've made a new strategy to ensure that we're going to fix this and address it for you. I got asked what my average duration of a contract is, like how long I'll work with clients. So for myself, typically, I don't do things under 6 months, but I normally do things on 12-month retainers. So I'm 6 months and 12 months. 6 months, that's one keyword. It's very aggressive. It's a lot more expensive because we got to do everything very, very quickly. I don't like it. We're in SEO, guys. I like the 12-month contracts. I do have a lot of people come to me though and go for one-offs. There's heaps of people that I work with in that structure. So there's a lot of people that will ask me, hey, Ronnie, mate, I just want you to just go through once. I've got $5,000 to spend, bro. Get me a PR, get me a couple of Haro links so I can say I've been featured here. Do this, halas. And then that sometimes is enough. It's not always enough with SEO, but maybe they're in a less competitive area and that's enough to give them a boost. A lot of the times too, people don't even rank for their own business name. So I get a lot of them going, hey man, when someone's looking at, can't give it away, but let's just say someone's looking for a plumber in a certain area and their business doesn't even show up and they're that exact location's plumber. That's never a good thing, guys. Like that's ridiculous. That shouldn't be happening. When you got an exact or almost an exact match, it should be showing up. So that's the type of stuff that I'll get a lot of. So my longest client is 4 years, but typically speaking, I'll renew people for 2 contract periods. So normally 2 years. So my churn rate is quite low. I don't churn through a lot of people. Now, where I see a lot of other SEOs going wrong is they focus on keywords and backlinks, and they don't actually talk about the things that matter to the business. Like I've said from day one, rank for 3 keywords. Main keywords that the business need to make money. bro, you're going to be you happy man. You're going to work with them for years like I have. Something you should be doing is asking for feedback from every single client you have, regardless if they're a client that's sticking with you for a couple of years or if it's a client that's bailing after one contract period. I guarantee you that's going to help you in the future, because if you're asking people where you're going wrong, you're going to get a lot of feedback. Because if you ask for this valuable feedback, I guarantee you people are happy to tell you where you're going wrong and where you're going right. And you'll be able to compile that data and be like, so this client is saying that I've had it all. One client was saying to me, Ron, meeting once a month is too much. I don't have the time. Okay. Another client said one meeting a month I've actually had a couple of clients say one meeting a month is not enough. So what did I do to make that nice balance? Well, one a month is important, so we still make that happen. But then, like I said, for those other clients that are sitting there saying they want more communication, no worries. When we land those Haro links, we'll send them across to you. When we achieve a new ranking result, we'll send that across to you. So I'm not having to jump on these meetings, but those clients, both of them, are getting what they would like. You can't not have a meeting a month, but and you explain to the client why. But the thing is, those ones that are looking for more attention. And another thing is too, be realistic. If they want to have 2 meetings, fine, no worries, but your price has just gone up by another $150. Oof, how come, Ron? Because you want to sit down for an hour with me, that stuff that we're going to cover easily. What's the point? So these are the things that you need to make sure that you're asking about. Hey, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? If you apply all of this, I guarantee you guys that your churn rate is going to decrease. And if you want this awesome free checklist that has literally SEO forecasting, SEO ROI calculation, literally a sitemap scraper, backlink monitor, all of that's in here. Go and check it in the link down below, my SEO checklist. It's got everything you ever need. Jump over to Rank Lightning, check out my local SEO tool. It's the only thing you're ever going to need for local SEO, and I'll be sure to see you around, legends. Cheers.